prepared to embark this journey across the Atlantic Ocean over into the Middle East. Man, check this out. It's a big plane, ain't it? Not local planes, man, that hold about 100 people. This is one of the big planes, man. It's like a hotel in the sky. But of course, this is American Airlines. We're not taking that. We're riding with Qatar. Getting ready. And who knows what Qatar has in store? I've been here a couple times, but this is uh this is gonna be like maybe my third time stopping in Qatar, but this time I'm gonna be there for a good while, for like a day, So we're gonna use that time wisely and explore Qatar, you know, have some fun, some of the food. I'm actually gonna meet up with a friend I met out there, or he's from there. Met him in Thailand actually. We're gonna hang out for a while. Let's see what the locals do. Not just the tourist thing, but I'm gonna see what the locals do in Qatar. I really like Qatar. That's a place that I wouldn't mind living for a little while. The people are pretty decent. They've always treated me well every time I stop through there. It's a very low kitty. You don't hear too many people talk about Qatar, but I'm gonna tell you, Qatar, clean, very safe. You know, I've been in some of the streets out there, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock in the morning. Never felt like anything wrong was happening. So definitely a good marks for Qatar. Dope, They've got some nice shopping malls and everything over there. And this with their uniforms look like Qatar got some of the best stewardess, most well put together stewardess, in the whole airline industry. See that? Those are their uniforms. They, so they getting ready too. Getting ready to board. Yeah, we're about to board real on. And they always got like very a very diverse staff. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you see some of the stewardess, they look like they from Russia, the Middle East. They could be from uh, Asia and Africa. It's always mixed and always impeccably dressed. That's one thing I'll say about like Dubai Airlines. No, excuse me, Emirates Airlines, Qatar, uh, Japan Airlines. Most of the Asian airlines, they're usually very impeccably dressed, and they have high standards for their women. So unlike like American Airlines and those kind of airlines, I don't really get the same vibes from them. But Qatar, so if you're going to the Middle East, you're going to Qatar, I highly recommend Qatar Airways and also Emirates. Those are some of the best. And they're not that expensive either, you know? So, but yeah, what the airport is looking like this morning as we're getting ready to board very soon. We're going a little slow, so I'm to the airport. Just been posted up in this one area. Give me a second. Pushing out in the airport. Yep. I think that they deep over there. It's like 15 of them. But we're gonna move around a little bit. Oh, and the pilots and all that is over here. Shut up. Man, So I'm gonna move around a little bit in Qatar. It's real. My plans are real loose. I can't do too much. I got this little neck and back problem, so I'm not gonna do too much over there. But yeah, let's take a little stroll through the airport. I mean, this is how it is when you like moving around, going from country to country. You're gonna spend quite a bit of time at the airport. For anybody who's always wanted to travel and just never had the opportunity or haven't traveled much internationally, I'll tell you, when you're going somewhere far, international, you always want to get to the airport, try to get there like 3 hours before your flight. You know? Not to say that it's going to take you 3 hours to get in there, but sometimes you never know. There's always a lot of lines and stuff like that at the entrance, the security check. So try to get to the airport like 2.5 to 3 hours before your flight. Always think about traffic and things like that. You know, sometimes you see, you know, you hear about the phenomenon of the passport bros and all that. What's good with you, bro? Oh, they got cameras in here. Hold up. Is this a GoPro? Yeah, they do. Next time. I want that DJI, so next time. But yeah, you hear about the phenomenon about the passport bros and whatnot. You don't see them too much in places like this. You don't see them too many in here. You see, this is a much different type of crowd. The passport bros, the majority of them, the ones call themselves that, they're going to the Dominican Republic, they're going to Brazil and Colombia, mainly those three areas. And I understand, I get it. I definitely get it. But the world is big, man, and most people don't want to take these kind of flights. This is like going to this flight that I'm about to take, this is like 12 hours. So, I understand most people don't want to do that. 12 hours is a long time, you know? Yeah, 12 hours is a long time. It's busy. Oh, these people, this place right here tricked me. I bought a little slice of cake from there thinking it was going to be slamming. Thought it was going to be good. Wasn't much. What's this about? Ooh, okay. Prisoners of war. This is dope.
This is a game-changing announcement for flight Q704 with service to Doha. Our new number is gate number 4. Our gate number is gate number 4.
Oh, okay. So they're loading up right now. My gate is boarding. But I got time. I don't like to get on early because don't like to get on planes too early because then you're just sitting there, you're waiting and waiting and waiting. And you're losing the circulation. So I like to kind of wait to the very end to be one of the last to get on the plane.
May I have your attention, please? All travelers, if any unknown person takes you any item, including luggage, to transport your flight, do not
I know what this is.
and notify airline personnel immediately. Do not leave luggage
Choppers.
All carry-on and checked luggage is subject to search.
Overall, oh wow, selling stockings and Spanx and all that in the airport. This is a great idea, actually. This was a very good idea. I'm not mad at all. It's giving me ideas. Telephone booth from England. This is giving me so many ideas about a vending machine. Yes. So I got this theory. All around the country in America, people are starting to build up the airports. They're renovating to the airports, adding to them. And I think the American airports and airlines are realizing, or they've realized that they were falling behind a lot of other places in the world that just had more advanced airports and airplanes, man. I mean, look, you go to Dubai, you go to Qatar, you go to um, Kyoto in, in or Kansai Airport in Japan. You go to Incheon Airport in Korea, and you see their airports, man. You would think you were in some kind of like mothership or something like that. And then you see the technology in the airports here in America, and you're like, man, we're so far behind. But they're starting to figure out. Queens. It's Queen, New York, y'all. Queens, New York. There you go. Yup, yup. Yes, they looking for a few people. Right? Yeah, so not much going on around here. Just felt like going live for a little bit. Maybe we'll see something interesting when we get overseas. Something to bring in a few more viewers. Uh, so this is what it is. This is what it is. Anybody looking, anybody looking to go international? This is what the vibe you feel like. Just in the airport chilling. And I think about it, so many people I know that's never even been on an airplane before. It's a good dope experience for you. You got the pilot like I said, when you international, that's when you're getting on the bigger planes. Some of these planes got upstairs on them. Some of them got beds. You get like the VIP area where you can just like stretch out. Now, don't get me wrong, tickets is crazy. Sometimes 2 to 4, sometimes $5,000 for a ticket. That's a whole nother type of thing, but it's still interesting to see. You know? So, I'm telling y'all, man, I'm just here to bring a little bit of content, man. For my peeps. I want my peeps to see what the Middle East look like. Man, that was nice over there. But I got a few more minutes, so I'm gonna walk on a little bit before I get to the gate. Hey, what's this about? Oh, truffles. Okay, I was gonna say, are they selling caviar in the airport? And tell y'all, only go to those exchange things for the last resort. Always either get your money from the ATM or get your money from, uh, a bank when you get to your destination. This is dope. These salads that they selling here. Wow, selling salads in a jar. Interesting. Let's see what they're going for. Firearms through a TSA screening All right, salads. 12 for the salad. I'm telling you, now in Thailand, that's probably $2, maybe less. American Airlines. But if I could give a recommendation, I would say if you're traveling internationally, I would avoid American Airlines. I, look, I'm not throwing no shade on them, but they don't, their service not that great unless they've upgraded and they've put their employees through some kind of new training or something like that. Uh, anyway, like customer service and customer relations. I'd recommend don't mess with American Airlines. There's so many other better companies than even JetBlue is better than them. And I don't know if it's the staff or what or the quality of their training, but American Airlines, I'm gonna say it, American Airlines, y'all gotta step y'all game up because every time I've ever taken American Airlines, the service wasn't that great. You know, you might ask for something and the stewardess has like an attitude as if you're bothering them or something like that. But now too, a lot of their staff is a bit on the older side, so they might just be fed up with things too. Some of them don't seem happy to be there. Yeah. So yeah, anybody, whether you're watching this live or you might be watching this later, if you got any ideas, anything you want to see in Qatar, throw it in the comments and I'm gonna check it out. Check it out. So when we get to Qatar, as soon as I get up, and I'm landing in Qatar kind of early too. So, we're gonna have a full day in Doha. When I go to Doha, I gotta hit up Souk Waqif. That's where I go and I buy nice uh, oils and colognes and things like that. So, when I'm traveling, I like to pick up things that are unique to that area, you know? And that's what I like about the Middle East. Very serious with their fragrances, you know? As I'm strolling on this side of the airport, I mean, you hear people speaking in English, but you can tell they're not native English speakers. And so this is definitely the international side of things. It's definitely an international crowd over here. I'll show you guys something. I may not be able to see it that well through the phone, but we'll see. All right, let me see if I can get a glimpse of the Empire State Building. Back Empire State Building, and then right there, in between those two poles, it's the World Trade Center, the new one. Yeah, yeah. He getting his sleep in. Oop, she's styling on him. She said she's styling. So, so it's cold. It's cold right now in New York. It's cold up here in the Northeast. So we wearing long sleeves and everything like that. But as soon as we get off that plane in Dubai or Qatar, it's like 100 degrees over there right now. So, and in the low, at nighttime when the sun go down, it do get a little bit It do get a little bit chilly, but right now it's nighttime. And when the sun is down, it's like 70 degrees over there. So we'll be cool, you know. But sometimes a plane ride is cold too. So I highly advise, you bring you a long sleeve, a hoodie or something like that, a sweatshirt, so you can stay warm on that plane. Sometimes they give you a blanket too. So, but yeah, this is what it's like. Getting ready for it. And look, there's a lot of people over here, so it looked like it's gonna be a full flight. Look like it's gonna be a full flight. But I'm gonna say this, from the bottom of my heart too. Thank you to the staff because I told them, I let them know I got a problem with my back, and if they could accommodate me and hook me up with a different seat, and they did at no extra cost. So sometimes all you got to do is ask. You know, this is what it is. Yeah, but all these American airline companies, they definitely need to take a page out of the book of these Asian companies, these Middle Eastern companies, man, because their service is so great. But I think too, they might be a little bit stricter with their requirements because they're very disciplined. They're very, very disciplined. And I tell you, there's some good women too. Definitely. There's definitely some good women that they choose to represent their company. But check me out. Since we're about to start boarding, I'm gonna jump off here again. This was kind of like my final live out here in the States. And the next one is when I get to Doha. Hopefully I have some good reception over there. If not, I might just have to get a SIM card. But definitely gonna go live and show y'all what it is. All right now, take it easy.